You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button. LSU got a commitment over the weekend from Tylen Singleton. This, I believe, is really significant for a lot of reasons. Let me run through some of the particulars first. So Tylen Singleton is a linebacker from Many, Louisiana. He is in the 247 composite, and whether you look at 247 on 3, whatever composite you look at, he's the number 10 linebacker in the country, number 140 overall. So this is a really good player and a significant get at a position of need. And also, it's another top player from the state of Louisiana. Before I go any further on Singleton and why it's good for this class and the LSU roster, I would just like to take one quick second, if I could, to point something out. There are of the top 10 players in Louisiana for the class of 2024. So you look at the top 10 players ranked in the state. 8 of the top 10 are committed somewhere. 8 of the top 10 right now are committed. All 8 of them are committed to LSU. On top of that, the top 2 uncommitted players in the state of Louisiana for 2024 are crystal ball leans to LSU. Do you remember when Brian Kelly was hired and any jackleg with a microphone wanted to say was how bad of a fit he would be and how he wouldn't recruit? Like, this was one of them. This was the guy, Brian Driscoll from Irish Insider. Remember this?
He won't recruit the way he needs to recruit. I think Notre Dame fit more of his personality. It fit his recruiting base. I mean, the most southern place he'd ever coached before Notre Dame was Cincinnati. Notre Dame's the second most southern place he's ever coached. So I don't see the fit, to be honest with you.
Idiot. I shouldn't call him an idiot. He's probably a nice guy. He sounds like a nice guy anyway. He's just completely misguided. It was the thing that I said over and over and over ad nauseum then. Brian Kelly wasn't Notre Dame's problem. Notre Dame's problem is Notre Dame. Brian Kelly, you don't have to be able to spell Chafuncta to coach at LSU. You just have to be a good coach and take advantage of the wealth of resources given you, especially a talent-rich state, and maximize them. By the way, did you see what Tylen Singleton, this quote, and this was, he gave this quote to 247 Sports, 24/7 Sports, after he committed. He said, quote, "Everybody dreams about playing for LSU from Louisiana." It's not me saying it. That's a top 150 overall player, top 10 linebacker in the country saying everybody in the state dreams of playing for LSU. It's why you will always have this inherent advantage. I'm not trying to pick on Brian Driscoll. He's just the one soundbite that we could find really quickly. But there were dozens, if not hundreds of them all over the country cracking on Brian Kelly for coming to LSU. But again, look at the Deshaun McBride, LSU commit. Kylan Billiot, LSU commit. Trey'Dez Green, LSU commit. Tylen Singleton, LSU commit. Jawan Johnson, LSU commit. Kalaj Cobbins, LSU commit. Michael Turner, LSU commits. Joel Rogers, LSU commit. Those are the 8 committed players of the top 10 in the country. And if you look at Wardell Mack or Dominic McKinley, those are guys who are thought to be LSU leans as well. Wardell Mack maybe to Texas, but we'll see. Point is, Brian Kelly's crushing it in Louisiana, and he doesn't make a roo. Crazy how that works sometimes. Or maybe he does make a roo. He's been here long enough. Maybe he can do it. Specifically, with this commitment from Tylen Singleton, I think this is important for a couple of reasons. As a linebacker, when you look at LSU's roster for this year, we know LSU is converting Harold Perkins to inside, so you have Perkins on the inside along with Omar Spates. So those two are going to be your starters. We know that. And then after that, you've got West Weeks and Greg Penn. So you got a couple of veteran guys backing up. So your first 4 you feel good about. And then after that, you brought in a couple of freshmen. Whit Weeks, they're very high on him. and you brought in Christian Braithwaite as well. So you got 6 inside linebackers that you feel good about. Well, after this year, you know you're going to lose Omar Speights to the draft. And then after that, you're always at risk to lose somebody in the portal because someone's not going to play. Just like, look, as much as we all thought last year of Demario Tolan, he left after the season. I mean, you're going to lose guys. Colby Fields was a guy who transferred in from South Carolina, left after a year. It's just the nature of it. You're going to lose guys. So you need to continue replenishing that position right there, and you get one of the best guys in the country who's from right here in Louisiana. So Tylen Singleton, 6'1", 208 pounds, plays some safety in high school, but he projects as a linebacker at LSU. As we mentioned in the 24/7 composite, he's the number 140 player nationally, the 10th best linebacker, 5th best player in the state of Louisiana. Offers from everybody. I mean, Arkansas and Texas A&M and Alabama and TCU were some of the finalists, Auburn, Florida State. So it's a highly ranked player from the state at a position of need, and you got another one to stay here in Louisiana, which I think is just massively significant. And something Brian Kelly has said over and over and over again is that he's going to recruit the state of Louisiana and lead with the state of Louisiana. Look, this was Brian Kelly 2 years ago talking about this.
I sit in the state of Louisiana as the flagship school in a state that has incredible talent. And we should be able to do 70 to 80% of all of recruiting right in the state.
Sure.
And to be able to be in the state and pull your base, that's really different.
And when you look at LSU for this class, they've got 20 commits, and 13 of the 20 are from Louisiana. 2 from Texas, 1 from Florida, 1 from Georgia. 1 from North Carolina, 1 from Tennessee. It makes sense. Recruit your state, supplement nationally. And that's what LSU has done, and that's what they're continuing to do under Brian Kelly. Also had tip to Matt House, who was the lead recruiter on Tylen Singleton. But not just Matt House, but also Sherman Wilson. I think that's another piece of evidence of how Brian Kelly has built his staff wisely. Brian Kelly came in and he brought guys that knew him well, but then he also went and got guys that were great coaches and guys that knew the league and then guys that knew Louisiana. It's why you add a guy like Frank Wilson. It's why, obviously you bring in Matt House, who had been in the SEC before at Kentucky. So the way that he built his staff continues to show and prove that, oh yeah, Brian Kelly's a good coach who knows how to build a roster and build a coaching staff and win football games, and they're doing it again. So a nice get there from Brian Kelly and the staff. Tylen Singleton for the class of 2024, big linebacker from Manny, Louisiana, on board. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.